Okay, so a lot of people wanted a more in-depth tour of my studio, so let's just get straight into it. Let's start off with the number one most important thing that every musician, studio, producer, whatever should have. The sparkly, twinkly lights. If you don't have the sparkly, twinkly lights, go get some, because you can't be a musician without them. Next, my Yamaha keyboard. It is a Yamaha P120. It's nothing fancy, 88 keys, fully weighted, which is really nice. And the thing I like about this thing is that, first of all, it looks nice, but second of all, I really enjoy having the full keyboard size, because sometimes when I'm not feeling very creative, I can kind of hit really low notes or really high notes without having to click any other buttons and just get sounds and experiment and see, you know, what can I try today? It was about $400 on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, I can't remember anymore. It's got a nice wooden finish. You know, some people have the smaller MIDI keyboards. I personally really like this one. I haven't really had any problems with it at all, except for the pedal, which I just replaced for 20 bucks at Guitar Center or whatever. Next is my beat pad. The thing's kind of old, but it gets the job done. It has 8 pads. I really use only like 4 of them or 5 at the most these days. The one thing I hate about this thing is that it has like the really old USB plug, so it's constantly disconnecting. If I like jiggle it a little bit, it can just unplug in the middle of a session or whatever, which is super annoying. So I'm gonna definitely replace this soon, probably with just the newer version, because I really like how this thing can you can snug fit it pretty much anywhere. It's smaller than my actual keyboard. I have an iMac, Apple. I have my little Magic mouse. A lot of people ask me about this thing. This thing's like 100 something bucks, but it's really cool. It's just like the whole thing is mouse, which is really great, especially for the program I'm using. So I'll get a little bit into that later. Next, my speakers. I have these great JBL, I think they're Mark II speakers or something. I just got them when the pandemic started, so a little treat to myself. Pretty cheap. I think they were like 200 bucks or 210, something like that. For that price, like the quality is incredible. It's got really nice highs, really great bass. You could really turn these guys up. Like they get so loud. I've only gotten to like halfway of what they could do, so they're really powerful. Next, I have my headphones, which I don't use that much. I prefer to mix on my speakers just because I like to hear the bass a little bit better. Maybe just these things are that nice. The only reason I got these, to be honest with you, is because they're gold and they kind of look cool. So they're alright. I don't have anything against them, but they're also not my favorite. Over here I have my beautiful Rode microphone. The Rode microphone is awesome. I've used it to record, obviously, vocals. My wife plays cello, so we've recorded string instruments, percussion instruments. You can see some of the drums behind me, snare drum, xylophone, all sorts of instruments. It works amazing for everything. 200 bucks, comes with like the little filter and a special stand, shock absorber stand and stuff. It's really versatile, so you can do pretty much anything with it. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, and then my interface, Scarlett, nothing fancy. What is it, 18i8, the red box that everybody has seen. I'm hoping maybe to get Apollo Twin in the future when I have $1 million, because that thing looks really cool. I think as far as gear, that's pretty much it. The last thing that's really handy is this Shure mic that I'm actually using right now on my iPhone. It's awesome for little YouTube videos and explanations. It makes the sound a lot better than the stock iPhone microphone. It's about 100 bucks, and I use it for a lot of stuff, and so I've even recorded some instruments and stuff with this thing, and it sounds surprisingly good. So give it a try. I think it's nice, especially if you're feeling a little bit lazy, don't want to set up the whole thing just to film a video. Just pop it in your phone, video, and you're good. Now let's take a little bit closer look at this program here. So let me just switch screens. So this is the program I use. It's called, well, it's Logic first of all, but inside Logic they recently just added live loops. It's good, you know, for the time being where I'm at. Looping videos and making beat videos and stuff, I've had no problems with it. Basically pick how many times it loops to record, your tempo, and you just go. So let me just give you a quick, I just picked 2 random crappy instruments here to give you a quick idea. Just click record. That's it. Then it loops it, then go to your next part. That's basically it. That's what I do. It's really easy. That's why I like having this large click mouse, because when I'm like playing here, I don't have to like fumble around with the regular mouse. I can just, with my finger, very quickly go to the next track if I'm in a rush. You can pick different quantizations. I had these on eighth notes, even though Didn't play eighth notes on that piano part, but that's alright, you get the idea. And the cool thing is you can also open like a regular session file in Logic. So if you're just messing around with the loops and you decide, whoa, that's a really cool loop idea, maybe I'll make it into a longer song, you can just highlight, just start like a regular session file, which is great. Or you can even mess around in the loops. They have triggers here on the bottoms, so you can make different arrangements if you're doing live performances and stuff like that. The thing I like the most so far about this is that I don't need a giant expensive loop pedal or like anything like that. Everything is straight in the box. I can do it on the go wherever I am. I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, one more thing. Lacy or Lassie, I'm not sure what it is, but the external hard drive, you guys have to have one of these. It's just like a backup for all your stuff. I'm probably gonna get another one just to back this one up in case something happens. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this in-depth studio tour. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. I can make an even more in-depth version tutorial for how I go about my songs, how I use my sampler and stuff like that. Thanks for the people that have subscribed. If you haven't yet, make sure to sub, hit that bell, and I'll be posting videos at least once a week. We'll see how it goes with the lockdown coming up. Could be more than once a week, so stay tuned.